Hey guys, the project for today is going to be making a fingerboarding parking curve. Let's get into it. Okay, to make one of these, first you're going to need to make a mold to put the concrete in. So, I've already made a few. This is one of the molds that I've made. But what you're going to need to make it is preferably some duct tape, a cardboard box. You don't want to use the regular cardboard because it's just a little too thick and doesn't bend very well. Like, as you can see, this can bend super well. And you want it to be pretty flexible. A pencil or pen, really whatever you want. Just something that can make markings. Some packing tape. And a pair of scissors. Okay, the first thing that you're going to want to do is just cut out a piece of cardboard that's pretty big, just so you have a flat surface to cut. Okay, so when I cut it, I didn't cut the edges completely straight, and I want them to be flat. You can probably just do this by hand with scissors, but instead I'm just going to get this tile ledge I have, put it down like that, and cut it with an X-Acto knife. And so you can get a cleaner cut. Okay, now your piece of cardboard should look something like this. But now you're going to want to put that off to the side and cut off a piece of your box, probably something like this. Just a piece of cardboard. You want it to be about this thick, from here to here, and really as long as you want, as long as it goes at least out to about there. And you want 2 of those. Now I don't need 2 because this goes out long enough, so I'm just going to use this one. But now you're just going to want to draw out how you want your parking curve to be, what shape you want it on here from this angle. And you can kind of draw whatever shape you want. I kind of know what shape I want, but you can really just do whatever you want. You could make it taller, you can make it shorter, you can make it wider, whatever you want. That's the fun thing about making fingerboard ramps. Okay. Now, once you're done drawing, it should look something like this. It doesn't have to look exactly like this, but something like this. And then you're just going to want to get another piece, like the piece I showed you, and do that same thing, except instead of freehand drawing it, put it down and trace it with your pencil around all the edges, and then you can cut it out with your scissors, and then you'll have a decent replica of the shape. Okay, once you've done that, you're gonna have both of these. So once you have those, you're gonna want to move on to measuring this. So how you're going to measure this is you're going to get your piece of cardboard, these ones, and just lay it on the paper with this part facing right there. And you're going to mark where it goes from here to here, and then you're going to flip it around and keep rolling it until you have the marks that you want. I've already done this side, and so now I'm just going to do the other. Okay, once you've done that, it should be looking like this. And now all you have to do is cut from here to here. Okay, once you've cut it, you're going to want to make sure it has equal height from this side up to there, and from this side up to there, like that. And if it does, then you're ready to start shaping. Okay, to start, you're just going to want to lay it down. And so these lines are on the edge. And then you're just going to want to start bending the cardboard and make sure it stays on that line. And you're just going to want to bend it on the line, like that. Okay, so I almost forgot. Before you start bending, you don't have to do this before, but I think it might be a little easier. You're going to want to get your tape, and you're going to want to cover this in tape, and so it's really smooth, and the concrete will come off really nice and smooth. So I forgot to get me taping it up, but it's not very hard. Just make sure it's a decently tight fit, and it should be pretty good. But now, to make sure the sides don't bend as much, I'm gonna get these popsicle sticks and hot glue them to the sides, so when it's holding the weight of the concrete, it doesn't bend as much. Now to fill the mold. I'm going to be using Quick Right concrete mix. It's pretty easy to find. You can probably find it at any hardware store. Concrete's pretty easy to find. But you're just going to want to pour a small bit. You don't want a lot. It's not a huge mold. You don't need a ton of concrete. So just try and get a little bit in without dumping out too much. That, you can always add more. And then you're going to want to get some water. And just dump it in like that. And now get something to mix with. You could pretty much use anything. I recommend not using your finger. That's probably not a great idea. But I'm just using this piece of wood right here. And I'm just trying to mix this concrete up a little bit. I think I may need a little bit more though, so I'm going to dump a little bit more in. Like that. Keep mixing. It can be kind of watery. So you're just going to want to keep adding. Until it's at a decent consistency. It's hard to say the exact consistency, but for molds, I like to make it kind of watery. And once you have that mixed up, just put it off to the side. And move into heavier things. I'm using a paint can and then putting a flatter surface on it. And then I'm going to use this drill. Can't see very much of it, but you don't really need to because we're just going to be using the bottom. Put it in and just hold it up against it like that. And now what you're going to want to do is just start dumping in the concrete. Okay, if there's rocks in here since it's a mold. If you're making a park or something where you're not using a mold, you might not want the rocks in, but since we're making a mold, it usually compacts down pretty fast. Also, don't use a nice bowl to mix the concrete in, because that's not a great idea. And once you're done scraping out that concrete, put the bowl aside. You can move this off if you want. But now to get the bubbles out and spread the concrete out, you're just going to want to lightly tap like this. And just keep tapping. Sorry this isn't a great angle. This table is pretty small, and so I don't have a lot of space to film on. And get to a point you like, you can kind of move some stuff in. Try and scrape out that last little bit of concrete. also don't do it on a super nice table. There we go. And now you're just gonna want to make sure all the concrete's in there and just keep tapping it to get all those little bubbles out. Make sure there's no big rocks on top too. You don't want that. And just keep tapping it. Keep tapping. And I'd say that's gonna be pretty good for now. Now, you're gonna want to lay it up against your hard things, heavy things, and so it doesn't warp a ton. And now, all you have to do is let it dry. I'm sorry for the not great filming right there, but this is going to be the end of the video because I'm trying to get it out today and I still have to edit it and I don't want to wait for it to dry. So this will be the end of the video, but all you have to do is pop it out of the mold. I recommend waiting around 24 hours for it to fully dry. And even once you pop it out of the mold, if it doesn't feel completely dry, I don't recommend trying to do anything with it. But if you like the video, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!